Hey y'all, I'm back here at the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival. Had to stop by the Big Tree Tech booth and found Mr. Luke here. He's going to tell us about all their awesome stuff.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming by. Big Tree Tech, if you don't know what we do, is we make accessories and upgrades for 3D printers. Pretty much a bunch of really fun stuff for the 3D printing industry in general. We also do OEM supply to people who manufacture printers. We pretty much started off in the motherboard game, so if we come over here and have a look, we've got a really, really great bunch of offerings in terms of motherboards. Stuff where you can put your computing module on the motherboard, as well as stuff where you can have an external computing module, like some sort of card that interfaces to your motherboard to enable Clipper or sort of remote web access for Marlin. We do some really great extruder boards as well as boards. So you've got stuff that's specifically designed for more stealth burner, but you've got other stuff that will work on rat rigs or airboards or VZ bots, any sort of DIY build that you're working on. Some great boards, as well as just general accessories, accelerometers, probes, filament sensors, a whole extruder range as well, water cooled and otherwise.
Are y'all working on anything that's Bambu specific? I've had a few viewers asking.
Let's go
for
over
Bambu
to some of the Bambu specific stuff that we're doing. So I'll move over here, and I'm actually going to come around to make it easier to explain. So if we have a look here, we'll see the Bambu specific stuff. And let's just come and check this board out over here. This is the Panda Touch. So the P1 series doesn't actually come with a nice interactive touch display. And what we did is we developed the Panda Touch to offer users a similar experience to that which comes with the XPC. So the user interface is familiar to them, and the functions that they can get out of it also very similar to what you can do with the XPC. So we can actually have a look at that in action over here. It's battery powered, so you can remove it from the dock. This is now interfacing directly to this printer here. If the Wi-Fi in here is actually working, when I tap that, you'll see the light go off in there. When I tap that, you'll see the light go back on. So you can see it's direct communications with the machine, and it's telling us the progress of the printer. And you can control and
wireless like that makes it really handy.
Exactly,
too.
really handy. And you can connect this up to 10 different Bambu printers. Send the same print file simultaneously to them, control them all in groups.
And like monitor.
Yeah. So when you do control a group, this changes from a single monitoring interface to a tile display of all the printers that you're monitoring, and you can scroll through and see what they're all busy doing.
That's neater because, like, I know I'm using a Sonic pad for now.
Yeah.
And even though you can use multiple printers with that, you still have to switch between each one to pull up like the temperature on this one.
Exactly. So I'll tell you another interesting fact, that this is a sister product of what is called the Clipper Touch. And the Clipper Touch runs on exactly the same hardware. You'll just be able to, over the air, update the firmware on this and switch between the two, Panda and Clipper Touch. And the Clipper Touch will offer similar functionality, but for all sort of Clipper based.
Yeah, I was going to say, so the Panda is like the Bambu, and then the Clipper version is for everything.
Everything else. So by a Moonraker wirelessly, it'll get in there and you'll be able to again see all your printers in a grid display, see how they're doing, temperature, print status, etc. What they're printing.
What's the price point on the Panda Touch?
$59.
You can't beat that. I'll have links below for all their stuff too for you to check out.
So it's really, really well priced.
And what's this Panda Jet?
So Panda Jet is an air duct that optimizes the airflow, the part cooling airflow on your Bambu machine. So you'll notice that it actually has 4 outputs. So it's basically shooting the part cooling air from all directions instead of just from the
side.
And there is objective measurements that we've done that show that you get much better cooling because of that.
Awesome.
Performance, yeah. Of course, you've also got the Panda Fur, which you can see on, which, some people are into it, other people aren't. If you aren't, that's great. If you are, you've got the option now. You can skin your Bambu machine, give it sort of that unique touch. We've got 3 colors on display here, but there's a bunch of other colors.
That's
side.
awesome. And for all y'all that are into customization, that'd be right up y'all's alley.
Yeah. And then there's the Panda Power. Now, this looks like just a standard power brick, and in some senses it is. However, it's got these USB outlets over here, and they allow you to plug in and power the Panda Touch over here. And there will be a firmware update released soon that allows the Panda Touch to wirelessly.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountain
Let's wait
Rep
for Jim
Festival
to
I
do
am
his thing.
super pumped to announce that the drag racers will happen today. It is gorgeous outside. The drag strip has been set up, and if you have
We're actually
brought
drag
the drag
racing,
racer,
so-
you have about 30 minutes.
We've got 30 minutes.
30 minutes. If you have a drag racer in the house, we need you out there in about 20 minutes to make sure we can get everybody lined up, get everybody registered, and on
Yeah, I'm
the
afraid
way
I
to
can't compete
racing.
with Jim's voice.
If you want to watch
Very few
drag
people
racing,
can.
Yeah.
it's going to be out of the doors by the Polymaker, the Vision Miner, the V1 Engineering booth, right around there, in 30 minutes.
And he's done.
Yeah.
Let's carry on. So,
Okay, so you can
you've got
you
this
can plug it
USB
to
outlet,
your,
right?
your Panda Touch,
and it powers the Panda Touch. But the Panda Touch actually wirelessly communicates with this. And you can say, hey, turn my machine on or off just using this display. So you're done printing, you don't want the machine just sitting there and drawing power. So you just tap turn machine off.
so now you get the functionality of actually controlling the power.
The power
from
of the machine without having to come around here
Yeah.
and get it off. You just say, look, turn off, and it's off. But the Panda Touch remains powered because it's powered from here.
Yeah.
So this will only turn off the output here. Other cool functions are, of course, that let's say you're running multiple machines. You can tell it once the print is done, the chamber is cooled, the hot end is cooled down, just turn the machine off, and it will do that as each one of them finish. Also, if you want to start a fire on multiple machines, you can get machine A up and running, bed heated, hot end heated, power draw stabilized before you turn machine B on, so that you're not overloading
Yeah.
the breaker. Yeah. So
So
it allows
that
you
was
to
the first
stabilize.
thing that I saw though when you was mentioning with doing the power with that
Yeah.
is having multiple printers set up like that. Like say if you have them all across the rack, a lot of times depending on how the setup is, it's not easy to just reach around the sides.
Exactly. So now this gives you sort of remote power access. Yeah, it's just, I mean, a lot of people don't want the machine just sitting there draining power unnecessarily. And sometimes the fans stay on and all that can add wear and tear to the
Yeah.
machine. So it's nice just to be able to say,
any minute running, whether it's just sitting there idle.
There's a minute of life left.
Minutes left.
yeah, less than you're going to have. So really, really, really cool functionality at your fingertips that is going to offer you. And if you look inside here, you'll notice that you can see that print a lot better than you normally would be able to see on a P1X.
Yeah.
And that's because it's got this installed over here, which is the Panda Lux. So this is a magnetic light bar that simply sticks underneath there. That's it. That's the insulation. It's magnetic.
Yeah.
You just
Just
stick it
pop it
underneath.
on.
You pop it on. This fits into the standard stock connector that the stock light bar fits into.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is, in the truest sense of the words, a 5-minute installation.
Yeah. I just straight up
It's
plug
done,
and play.
and look at the difference that it makes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like it's just straight up presentation.
Yeah, it's daylight inside there. It's beautiful. So Panda Lux gives us a whole lot more light. We've also got a great bunch of filaments that we're selling now. This is our NTPU, which stands for not TPU. It's a great kind of filament that is really hard when it's dry, but goes down to like just above a shore 80 hardness when it has absorbed humidity.
Oh, when it's wet.
When it's absorbed humidity. So you can print it using an AMX, but drop that thing in a glass of water, or a body of water when you're done,
And that's
and suddenly it becomes like TPU. Yeah. So you can print it with an AMX, but then you get TPU
so
properties.
you get the ease of like say a PLA or PETG printing, and then just
TPU
simply
properties.
drop it in the water when it's done.
So that's something that we're working on. And we have a bunch of other filament ranges
Yeah.
that we're doing as well. Great colors, ultra high flow.